Hey everybody, welcome to episode 55 on Duke's Apocalypse Kitchen. And today we are making a cheesecake. But not just any cheesecake, we're making a cheesecake with strawberry topping, which is my favorite. And also the crust is going to be made out of Pop-Tarts. Strawberry Pop-Tarts.
It's a thing now.
Also my favorite. Yeah.
Have you ever done this before, or is this the first time?
We did the Pop-Tart pie.
And we all decided that was pretty much the way to go.
Yes. So now we get to do it with Pop-Tarts, and I'm super excited. For a cheesecake, you need a spring-form pan. It's that funny-looking pan with the hinge on the side. Pays to have one of those. This is a spring-form pan. We're going to cook it in a water bath. I'll show you how we do that. And that way we get that nice smooth top, and you don't have a crack in the middle. There's also some other things to prevent the cake from cracking that I'll go over. But first, we got to make our crust. And our crust is blind baked. That means we bake it in the oven all by itself. Be good if I turn that thing on, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. What does the oven go on?
This is going to be at 350 for the crust.
All right.
When we do the cake, we're lowering it to 250.
Okay.
Low and slow wins the race. All right,
so now I've never made a cheesecake before, so this is new. Oh. I've eaten a lot of cheesecakes, but I don't know what goes into that.
Now you have really Pop-Tarts. That is not icing. That's wishful thinking.
That's Pop-Tart fail. That's a sad Pop-Tart. Let's hope. Let's hope. But this is not
so far. Looking good.
the new norm.
Yeah, better, but man.
Oh, Pop-Tarts, are you scrimping?
They've never heard of edge to edge, for starters.
Well, I mean, that's fine. But, like, you can't scrimp in the middle.
No.
That's sad. Sadness making.
Okay.
We're going to be fine. It's going to work out.
Yeah. I'm going to crush these up. Doesn't have to be neat and tidy. Put them in a bowl.
What shirt are we wearing today?
We're wearing a shirt from the Bonhoff ski equipment place in Petoskey. I used to go there when I was a little kid. My mom would take us skiing up at Walloon, Boyne Highlands, Boyne Mountain, Shush Mountain, all of those ski places.
Okay.
Loved it. This is what I wore the first episode, so I thought episode 50, I'll break it out again. I need a bowl for my crust stuff. I'm back. I have a bowl. 4 chopped up Pop-Tarts going in. In this bowl, I took a quart of strawberries, chopped them up, and sprinkled a half a cup of sugar on them, and I'm going to let them sit for a while. It's called macerating. They're just going to make the juice come out of the strawberries and make them nice and soft and super sweet. It's going to be lovely. This also needs a 1/4 cup of sugar, which is about half of that. And it needs 4 ounces of butter. We didn't have butter, but Patricia has some coconut oil. So anything that's solid at room temperature, this is what you can throw in. I'm going to mash that about.
And I have baked things with coconut oil that it actually turns out pretty flaky and delightful.
Yeah, like she did it on purpose. All right, why don't we time lapse this because it's going to take me a minute to mash this all up.
We'll be back.
See you in a minute. Okay, we just mashed it all up to a nice, thick, chunky, incorporated mess. I'm going to put it into our springform pan.
And what do you usually use? Is this like where you have a graham cracker crush?
Yeah, same thing. Instead of Pop-Tarts, you use graham crackers. And then you could take a glass or a jar. Press down. And of course you're sticking. Doesn't like that glass. I think your coconut oil is a little stickier.
Oh, okay.
Just get it pressed around all over the bottom. It's sticking to everything.
Don't you also think the jam makes a difference in there too?
Probably.
Because most graham cracker crusts don't have jam in them.
They should.
Not like Pop-Tarts.
So, okay, looking good already. There. Voila.
Beautiful.
That's going to go in the oven for 15 minutes as soon as that gets a little bit hotter. We're going to talk about what else we're going to put in this, and I'm going to mix it again in time lapse because the mixer makes a terrible sound in the video, as we discovered the hard way. We're making a cheesecake that has sour cream in it, and it gives it a really nice tang, and I love it. This is the one I would make at the restaurant when I was at Black Pearl. It's equal parts cream cheese and sour cream. So we need 20 ounces of cream cheese, which is in this container here, and then 20 ounces of sour cream. Instead of just throwing them both into the mixer right now and getting them to mix, this is thicker. So I'm going to put the cream cheese in by itself and whip it till it's nice and soft, scrape the sides down, put it at the bottom, and then I'm going to add the sour cream in and mix that together, and it'll give us a much more homogeneous mixture, and we won't have any lumps. Then when I add our eggs, we're going to add 4 eggs to that. I will crack them separately in a bowl and mix them in one at a time, letting them one egg incorporate before adding the second one, all while the mixer is running. So I'm going to get this going in the mixer. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I just got the crust out of the oven, and it
That looks amazing.
I know, doesn't it? Smells really good too. I am going to put our cheesecake filling in here, which is right here. Everything is incorporated. My teapot's going a little
Your
nutty.
teapot went nuts. We're gonna pause just for a second.
And we're back. Teapot crisis averted. It just had a little vert going on. We've all had them.
Boiled over.
I know. So now I'm going to put my cheesecake mix. This was the cream cheese, sour cream, sugar, and eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla, all incorporated. It's ready to go. I'm going to pour it into the springform pan.
And we have actually tasted that, and it's quite delicious.
It is.
So will the Pop-Tart crust actually be crispy?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the plan. So, as another insurance layer of a crispy crust, I do not trust any springform pan to be waterproof. I don't care what they say. I don't care how new they are, and this is one's brand new. It's not going to be waterproof. At least I'm not going to count on it to be. And if water gets in the water bath, up through there, we will have a soggy crust. So, at the restaurant, I took plastic.
And reinforced the waterproofness.
Yep. I'm going to turn it like this. Over here. Do this.
So that's a good trick.
Yeah. Now, we have an added layer of insurance for a nice crispy crust.
How hot does the oven get?
We've turned it down to 250 now.
Oh, okay.
Because we were going to go low and slow for the cheesecake. Cheesecakes would crack if there's too much heat and they bake too fast, and they pull to the outside, pulling away from the middle. So to prevent that, we're going to go low and slow in a water bath.
And so you're just putting this in a big roaster pan and then putting warm water, actually boiling water,
Yeah.
into it. And I imagine you wouldn't want to put cold water.
No, you don't want to start. It'll throw off your baking time, and you will have an uneven cheesecake.
Okay.
And you're also just then delaying everything. You're paying the oven to heat up the water for you, which takes forever.
All right. Do you have, how many inches up the side of the pan should you have the water?
I'm going to put some more hot water in here because I want it to go halfway.
Okay.
Halfway up the pan. I'm not quite there. I'm about a quarter of the way there.
Okay.
So we can go time lapse if you want.
You're back
Sure.
on.
But
So you just got boiling water from the tap, or
hot water,
super hot water from the tap. And so are you putting the water bath until it's about halfway up the side of the springform pan?
yeah, halfway up the cheesecake height.
Okay. So not the whole pan, but the size of the cheesecake.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the cheesecake only goes about 2/3 of the way up the pan.
Okay.
In the oven for 60 minutes at 2.
And the oven's on 250?
Yeah.
All right. I had no idea cheesecake was made this way. I'm gonna be really honest. I just thought it grew on cheesecake trees.
Yeah, so you see already our strawberries are getting nice and juicy and fruity. So we will see you in an hour.
All right.
Okay, we are back. The cheesecake is finally done, and it took about an hour and a half. All ovens, especially when they're running at a very low temperature, are different. Mine tends to be a little bit under, and things when I do them less than 300 degrees take forever to bake. So it's finally done. Took a half hour longer, and I can see that it's got some jiggle, but it's not looking loose in the middle. It is set. I still have the plastic on here because it was just too hot to handle. Got it out of the water with the oven mitts. And see, that was totally well worth the time. It's got a perfectly nice, smooth top. When I want to take this out, we gotta wait for this to cool off a whole lot more than it is now. I'm gonna take a wet knife, doesn't have to be sharp, run it around the cake on the inside, take the plastic off, and then flip that lever, and it will open up the ring, and we can slide the cake out. Strawberries are nice and juicy and sweet now.
Do you wait till it cools to put those on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I am going to, can't taste it now, but I'll post the picture with the recipe with the ingredients on there, and we'll tell you how fabulous it is then. Thanks for joining us for episode 50. See you tomorrow for another date night show. Thanks.